What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Grates Barbecue, man. I am Big Ed. Hey, it is a beautiful Super Bowl Sunday, and what better day to enjoy the game with some nice ribs. And now look, after I cooked that Goldie brisket last time, that made me a 100% believer in Goldie's barbecue, man. Excellent cook, excellent brisket. But today, we got that RIBBEE'S copycat recipe. And if you're not familiar with RIBBEE'S, RIBBEE'S is like, you can kind of look at it as a little sister to Goldee'S. It's just a kind of quick way you grab your ribs, some fries and whatnot, but they only do ribs. And of course, I couldn't do it without the Goldee'S. This is the all-purpose rub and the Goldee'S barbecue sauce. So as you can see, we got those original Goldie products on deck. So you know this cook is gonna be absolute fire. All right, folks, for this cook, man, we're gonna be using this B&B charcoal. This is an oak and hickory flavor. And we're also gonna be using some pecan chunks for the smoke. And hey, man, we running on this beautiful 55-gallon drum made by yours truly. So hey, let's get into it. All right, boys and girls, hey, look, we got ourselves some beautiful line back ribs here, man, and these things are nice and thick. And we're gonna go ahead and hit these ribbies with this all-purpose Goldie's barbecue seasoning. And hey, after that, get them onto the smoker. And we're doing a nice little heavy coat. All right, guys, so here's our ribs all nice and seasoned. And hey, we're just gonna let these things hang out here for just a little bit. But at this point, we're gonna go ahead and let our smoker continue to come up to temp and get these things on. So we got our rack on, this wood about to catch. Yeah, so we're gonna be running on this drum today at around 250 degrees, somewhere between 250 and 275, depending on how it go. And then, man, we're gonna go ahead and get the color that we want, get these things wrapped up in some foil. Of course, we gotta have those links on there. All right, guys, so we're about to go ahead and get these ribs onto the smoker. And you always want to adjust your ribs how you want them to cook. I like to bunch mine up. So we got our rib set, and we're about to go ahead and get this thing closed down. All right, guys, so it's been about 2 hours or so since we put these ribs on. Let's go ahead and give these things a peek, see what kind of color we got on them. And by now I know I want to flip them and get some of that fat to render out the front of the ribs. So let's go ahead and do that. And look, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing, liking the videos, leaving comments. We appreciate all of those things and helps us out. And hey, let us know what you want to see me cook next. And now this is our ribs. This is how they're looking. Let's go ahead and look at the back. Got some tearing on one, but a beautiful color. I'm gonna just pull all of these drippings off. Just rubbing my fingers on the edges of the bones. And they'll just kind of fall right off, as you can see. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and let these things continue to cook. And these won't be on the meat side too long, maybe about 30 minutes or so before I flip them back, 30, 45 minutes or so. So I'll see you when we get back. All right, guys, it's been about 45 minutes since I last checked in with you guys. And between that time, I did go ahead and throw some links on there. But let's go ahead at this point. We're gonna check and see how our color is doing. We're gonna flip them back to the bone side down and let these things continue to roll if it's not time for them to wrap. So let's check and see how we doing. At this point, we're a little bit over 275. Everything's going along nicely. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Oh yeah. Nice looking rib so far. Let's go ahead. Starting to get some pullback. So we're gonna go ahead and get these things wrapped up. I think that's about a good enough color for them right now, and I'll be back with you guys. Nice and tender looking rib. Starting to flex. And going in bone side up. Another nice looking rack. All right, folks, so we're gonna put them down for maybe another 45 minutes or so. I'm pretty sure they'll be ready by then, and I'll be back with you then. All right, guys, it's been about another hour since we last checked in. I know I said 45 minutes, but I didn't want to come back and keep checking it, so I just let them go an hour. I know by now these things should be done. We're about to go ahead and have a peep at them, see what they're looking like, and by now we're about to pull these things out for sure. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, here we are. And oh yeah. And they're just probing like butter. Let's take a look at the other one. Beautiful, beautiful looking ribs. So let's go ahead and get these things off. Since the last checked in with you guys, I've just been holding these ribs in this barbecue blanket. I'm gonna let you guys know if this thing is any good or not. This is my first time using it, but let's go ahead and get to slicing these things. So here I'm gonna grab me about 4 bones. I guess from the more so toward the middle. And we'll just set these to the side. And I'm gonna cut me 4 ribs. All right, so we got these things plated nice and pretty for you. But at this point, we're gonna go ahead and hit them with this Goldee'S barbecue sauce, guys. Got this little squirt bottle here, and I'm gonna just squirt it on there for you. Then we're gonna take this same rub we used earlier and just shake a little light layer of it onto these ribs. And that right there, guys, is a ribby. And let's go ahead and give these things a shot. I'm excited, especially after having that brisket. Well, let's not over talk this, let's get into it. Let's get a close up of this. Nice smoke ring. Go right in the middle. Wow, nice clean bite, but I think I need another one. Oh man, took that thing down to the bone, and the bone ain't dried out, so you know it ain't overcooked. Yeah, so my impression of these ribs, man, I think that they are doing amazing things over at Goldee'S and over at RIBBEE'S. And hey, this is a really good recipe. Highly recommend you guys give this a shot. Of course, you can find these rubs and sauces on GOLDEE'sBBQ.com and also TexasBarbecue.com. If you're interested in that Texas meat blanket, that can be found on Amazon. I'm not sponsored by them, but it does work good. And so, hey man, I hope you guys enjoy your Super Bowl. I know we are. Good luck to you, and go Eagles. Till next time, this is Big Ed of Grates Barbecue saying peace, love, and God bless. But hey, I wanna, shut up, Sella.